All right, you ready? This is gonna be quick. This is gonna be simple. Did you notice my haircut? I had considerably longer hair. Anyways. Hi, and welcome back to the Litchfield Media YouTube channel. I'm your host, Melissa Litchfield, your go-to mentor and expert in all things digital advertising, digital course creating, and funnel builds. Today, we're chatting all about Meta Ads Manager and the top 3 mistakes that you are probably making in your Meta ad account right now. All right, first mistake that you're probably making in your Meta ad account right now is that you probably don't have enough budget. When I do ad account audits, the number one thing that I see is not enough budget to be spread across, 1, all of the audiences and or interests that you're targeting currently right now in your ad account. And 2, you have too many creatives that you're testing, too many versions or different versions of ad creative that you're testing in your ad account with a low budget. So essentially, you don't have enough money to be spread across, 1, all of those interests or audiences that you are targeting, and 2, all of the versions of different ad creative, i.e. images, video. Maybe you're split testing numerous different images and numerous different videos. Maybe you're also testing a carousel ad. So number 1 mistake is obviously budget. 1, you want to make sure that you have ample budget to test across each individual ad and or audience. So you may be wondering, okay, Melissa, what is the ideal budget that I should be setting all of my ad sets and or campaigns at? So 1, I want to ask you is, what's the ultimate goal, right? What is your campaign objective set to in Meta Ads Manager? Are you optimizing for leads? Are you optimizing for traffic? Are you optimizing for purchases? If you're optimizing for leads, i.e. someone that is just going to download something for free, not exactly a webinar, the average cost per lead in comparison to a webinar is much smaller, right? So, it makes sense that you would have a smaller budget per ad set that you're testing in your ad campaign in comparison to a webinar. So if I was setting up a lead generation ad campaign, I would say at least have your budget be a lot larger in the first couple days or even the first week of testing your ads, right? Because ideally you want to have enough budget to test things, and then you can always whittle the budget down, once you have everything optimized and converting. Just remember that things may fatigue. So you may have to test additional audiences after that one ad set or audience that was killing it and it no longer is. Just know that you will probably have to duplicate that ad set and test a different audience. In comparison to webinar lead generation, it is a bigger ask of someone to schedule, 1 hour of their time out of their day in the near future and dedicate that 1 hour of time to you. So the ask is a lot bigger than, say, downloading something for free and you can consume the content at your leisure versus asking someone to be live with you at 7 p.m. next Wednesday, right? Hold the phone, you guys. I have a free resource for you. If you're watching this video, you want to click the link above or below to get this free 7-day nurture email sequence template. I even printed it out. It's about 13 pages long. There's specific sections where it's highlighted so you can customize and tweak the template to sound like yourself. That is important. We want the messaging to sound like you, but this template will get you started. It also comes with a 20-minute training from yours truly, mapping out the entire strategy behind building your first lead gen email sequence funnel. And I'm also giving you a free Showit landing page template. If you're a Showit user, I'm a big fan, so you'll get that too. So click the link above or below somewhere around this video to snag your free copy of the email sequence template, the 20-minute training, and the Showit landing page template. See you inside. So the budget for a webinar campaign should be at least on the ad set level if you're doing like an ad set budget campaign. And again, this kind of depends on how many audiences you're targeting and also how many versions of creative you're testing. But I would at least like to see ad sets set to 20, 25, 30. And that's assuming that you have at least 4 different versions of creative that you are testing against those same audiences. So just a tip. Okay, second mistake that I see people making in their Meta ad accounts are they're not testing enough versions of ad creatives and or ad headlines. So this kind of is like a reversal of what we just chatted about. And This is probably more common than the not enough budget thing, but people tend to test only one version of their ad, right? So i.e. one version of copy, one headline, and one image. Or instead of an image, maybe it's a video. So you're kind of like putting all of your money, all of your eggs in that one basket. You're like betting on this one ad to be the winner. You're not testing enough different versions of creative. So different versions of copy, different headlines. I like to do at least 3 to 4 headlines. For a lead magnet, I don't necessarily think it's a huge deal to test multiple versions of copy. But if you're brand new to running ads on Meta, it may be beneficial to you to test different versions of ad copies so you kind of know like what starts to resonate with those different audiences that you're targeting. Okay, third mistake that you're making in your Meta ad account is you're targeting too many interests. People tend to overstuff each ad set that they're testing. Most of the time when I go into an ad account and I do an audit, it's usually one ad set with 40 different interests in one ad set, and they're testing only one version of ad creative, right? So again, the example of one version of copy, one image, and one headline. Again, you are kind of banking all of your money on like this one ad set that is overstuffed with all of these different interests to work. Now you may see results, but since you've kind of overstuffed this one particular ad set with a bunch of interests and maybe several other, custom audiences that you created, you aren't really sure what exactly did work, right? Because you kind of crammed everything into one ad set, and it's not going to be very clear what audience was truly the winner, especially if you have several different categories of different interests all in one ad set. So you kind of want to do like themed. If you're going to do multiple interests in one ad set, just kind of make sure that you theme it, right? So say, i.e., you want to put a bunch of small business related interests in one ad set, you can label that small business. So for example, that could be owner founder, small business owner, small business as an interest. So you kind of get the idea. All right, that wraps up our video today on the top 3 Meta ad mistakes that you're probably making in your ad account today, with a few bonus tips on how to correct those mistakes. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.